Hi everybody, welcome to Milgat Farms. My name is Kevin along with my beautiful wife Emily. We're the proud owners of, get this, Virginia's only USDA certified organic maple syrup farm. Now I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, especially in Virginia, but we've got the right elevation, the right maple trees, and the right weather too. We can make maple syrup. It is absolutely delicious. If you ever want to try some, go to milgatfarms.com. Pretty neat. Today we're going to be working on our RO. This is a reverse osmosis machine made by CDL. We got a leak in the bottom and we got a leak right under here that we need to get fixed. I've started the repairs under here, but I got stuck because a bolt is broken. So I've got to fix that or get that freed up. Once I do that, we can continue repairs inside of here. But right now what we're working on is the post. Let me show it to you. You guys can't see down in there. I'm gonna get the wires out. I'm gonna show you what's going on. Basically, we had a leak into this electric box coming out of the post here. Has something to do with a washer or something inside of there. We're gonna pull this apart. I'm gonna show you how to do it. So the problem I think we're having is there's a compression nut down in there that is compressing a washer, and it's a weird looking washer too, down inside of there. And so it's allowing water to come back into this box, which is a bad thing because this box has a capacitor in it that controls the motor that's inside this post. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna disconnect all the wires so I can get to that compression fitting. Let's see if we can do something with it. Okay, I've got all the wires out. Now you can see that's the compression nut, okay? There was a screw in there holding the ground wire. It's right there. Okay, we'll put that back in a little bit. But there's something different. This one's plastic. The one that I got is metal. So we're gonna pull this guy right here apart if we can, pull the whole box off, and then see what we can do about getting those wires through that plastic there and see what we can do next. All right, I got this loose. I'm gonna pull this guy off, set it down. We're gonna pull this guy completely off. Now we've exposed this part right here, and I don't understand where it's coming from, guys. Well, for sure, these guys are messed up. So these little washers here are just not working. So let me show you the kit they gave me. This is the part that goes on the inside. And check it out. I don't know if you can see that. There's going to be this little part right here that's going to line up here. And as this squishes down, it's going to put a bind on it and actually prevent it from water from coming through. Okay, inside that little hole, which is right there, is an Allen wrench. We're gonna have to get that out because we're gonna grab the ground wires attached to that. All right, so we're gonna pull one wire at a time and shove it through there. Starting with this guy here, take our ground. Now that's what I don't wanna do is lose that ground wire. Well, that would just not be fun at all, try to fish that thing out of the hole. There's that ground wire. Okay, hey. All right, that worked. We'll fish whatever wire comes out first. Looks like the yellow one wants to come out first. Now, I think the latest design is really cool. I like the idea of how they're compressing this thing down. I'm gonna get something else to poke it out. Back in a minute. Where's my senior? I'm having a senior moment. Where did I put that thing? Did you guys see where I put that? Oh, I'm an idiot. Here we go. It was in the middle, but I highly doubt that's going to go through there. Oh no, look at that, guys. It's going through. Ta-da! That's very unusual. The kit came with an extra locking ring. I'm not taking this locking ring off. We'll just set it aside. We don't need it. We do need this guy right here though. And this right here, guys, is vital. So what this is going to do is it's actually going to compress down on this washer. And when it does, that's what's going to create the water seal. We have to set it up in a manner that's, if you can see the bottom, let me show it to you. You see that bottom? That's actually going to slide down into this area here and be a receiver for it so that it really compacts that rubber grommet around the wires. All right, we're about where we want to be. Now the way this thing's going to compact itself in is going to be through that jam nut, which is this big nut right here. The old nut is right here. So they're a little bit different. You can see them. This one's taller. We're not going to reuse the old one. We're going to use the new one. All this has to be done with the box on. So we still got to get the box on this thing, guys. And we're not. So what we're going to do, pull this thing out completely. Okay, set that aside for a minute, because we know we got to do with the box on. And you also know that you got to be all the way in there. There you go, you're in. The box is on. Now we're putting our nut down. Before I screw this thing down anymore, I'm going to have to loosen this guy up and stick it down in there and hopefully figure out a way I can tighten it up with it in there, because I don't know that I can. All right, well, we got it in a little bit. Let's screw it down some more. The way this is going to work is that screw with the ground wire on it has got to go in after the jam nut goes on. And so now what we got to work on is getting that jam nut tightened down. And then under here, you might not be able to see it, there's a jam nut there too. We got to get it up so we can hold this in place. All right, you can see I got the jam nut in there. You know what I got to do, guys? I made a mistake. I got to tighten this guy up right here. All right, guys, take a picture. So there's a lot of wires. Okay, I'm lying. There's not that many wires, but they have to be perfect. They got to be right. So what I did was I went back in my video. I took a picture of it, brought it up here to make sure I got the wiring correct, and I think I do. So now we're going to put this thing all back together and see if we can give it a go. Couple things you want to note, guys. These little things here, these connectors, they're going to be crunchy when you go in. So have a couple extra on hand and be ready to have to repair them. I'd also clean all your wires while you're in there. That way if you've got a leak, you know you got a leak. I position this so that this is at lowest point. If it comes out, it's going to drain out here. I don't think that's going to happen, but I want to make absolutely sure that I don't fry anything in here or the motor that's in here. That would be tragic. I'm not putting this on right now. This is the cover until I know that this thing is working and working correctly. All right, guys, this is the part that's going to be kind of hateful. Got to get this post off of these sawhorses. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. Man, I'm not looking forward to that. Okay. That's hateful. Hateful. Goodness gracious, that's heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Heavy. Good grief, that's heavy. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Let go.
God, I'm so glad I got here just in time.
It takes all I got just to pick it up.
Yeah, I believe it.
Without anything in it.
I believe it. What can I do?
Nothing.
Okay.
I got it right where I need it.
It's my kind of...
Your kind of day?
My kind of day. Yeah.
Alright. We're just going to run a quick test. See if it'll produce anything. And you still see the bubbles? It's possible that the machine will shut itself off. Alright, I don't see any water. Do you see anything in there? Nope. I don't see any drips up here either. So remember guys, when you're doing this, you're going to need some extra versions of these electrical connectors, because it's highly likely that inside that box they become brittle, and if they break off one side or the other and don't make the good contact, that can burn your motor up. I ran a test. It looks like everything is working, but the true test is going to be when we do the concentration the next time we get some sap. So for the time being, I think this is done. I checked everything under here because I had a leak here too, and I found a hose that was leading to my filters that I could just turn ever so slightly. I don't have it back together right now. What I'm going to need to do is clean the part that holds it in there. Once I do that, I'm going to put everything back together. It's just a bunch of screws, so it should be pretty easy. And then this is ready to go. We have a lot of different videos about making maple syrup on our farm. I don't do a lot of service work on this equipment because it's so well built. I really enjoy CDL equipment. Thankfully, they do an outstanding job. And so I haven't had to do a lot of work. This is probably the most intense thing I've had to do on this machine since I've owned it. We have all of our equipment is CDL, and I find that I don't have a lot of problems with it. Every now and again you do have a hiccup. We usually call the rep. We can get it fixed over the phone 9 times out of 10, and it works out really well. So as we have a lot of different videos on maple syrup and happenings on our farm, you might see one up here, here, down there, maybe over there. Check them out. Love to have you here back on the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. Do consider giving us a thumbs up. And until next time, God bless you guys.